Hey, Redeeming Grace Church family and friends, Pastor Josh here on Tuesday, March 3rd of 2026. I have taken a little bit of a break from these videos for a little bit, giving you a little bit of a break from me, but now I'm back and I got a lot to share with you, so buckle up. The first is that tonight is LifeINC graduation. It's been a wonderful 8 weeks of partnering with LifeINC. They have spoken very highly of us. Some good relationships have been formed. We've seen people come to our church, and tonight is the graduation. So starting at about 7 o'clock, until about 7:45. It'll be pretty short for the most part, and we'll celebrate the completion of these classes, both the kids and the adults. And I would encourage you to come, even if you haven't come at all, just come and celebrate this. It is a big deal. For some of these folks, they've never completed something before. And so this piece of paper, while it seems pretty insignificant, it actually means a lot, and it's a huge step for many of them. And to see the church that hosted them show up in full force. So I know it's short notice, but if you want to come and just celebrate what the Lord has done here, that would go a long way. We've built some great relationships with these folks, and that would be a great kind of cherry on top. So if you're at all able to come, even for just a little bit, it would be a real blessing. So that's the first thing. Secondly, Bob and Betty are 80 years old, and there is a birthday party for them that we're going to host here on March 14th to celebrate. That's a Saturday from 2 to 4. You're invited to come. Their family is going to put on a party, and they've invited the whole church. Bob and Betty are precious to us. They're part of the founding members of this church, and just serve and love so well. And so we just want to celebrate the fact that they're 80 now. And so if you're able at all on that day to drop by and share your love and affection and appreciation for them, you're invited to come to that here at the building Saturday, March 14th from 2 to 4 p.m., anywhere in there. Starting March 15th, we're going to do a 7-week sermon series called From the Cross to the Crown. And what we're going to do is take a break from Exodus and then look just deeply at why the cross. Why did the cross need to happen, and what does it mean for us? Why is the resurrection of Jesus so significant, what it means for us? And so we're just going to pause Exodus for a second and then and spend 7 weeks just deep diving into what the cross and the resurrection really mean, why they had to happen, and how they're central to absolutely everything. So I think it'll be enjoyable. Noah Johnson's going to preach one of the messages. Joseph Updike's going to preach one of the messages. I'm going to preach several of them as well, and it'll be a glorious time together. Also just want to let you know that from March 15th, after church, I'm going to be heading to the airport, and we'll be gone pretty much that whole week. I'll come back on the 19th, and I have my doctoral seminars. I'm a little over halfway through a doctorate of ministry degree through Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary, and so that's one of my seminars. I'll be in South Carolina at a church taking that seminar on developing leaders. It'll be great. You can pray for me over the next 6 weeks. The next 6 weeks are the most intense in the doctoral program. I think I have about 80 pages worth of papers to write in the next 6 weeks. I've got 2 classes, one on Zoom, one that I'm going down to, and so just be praying for me. It's been wonderful. But it has been taxing, and my wife and kids have been patient with me. I appreciate your patience with me as well. I do think it's depositing good things in my soul. I'm producing good resources that will benefit everybody down the line, I think. And so just want to let you know that if I'm a little bit preoccupied over the next couple of weeks, that's why, and I'll also be gone that particular week. I also want to highlight on March 22nd from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in Hill City is the Hill City Young Life Banquet. Sarah Weishadel is one of our founding members. Richie, she brought Richie to us. He's joined us. He serves in so many different ways. They got married a couple of years ago. I had the pleasure of doing their wedding, I guess 3 years ago now. And so they're just really beloved members who serve so faithfully here. And Sarah is full-time staff for Hill City Young Life. And they have their fundraising banquet on March 22nd, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And you're invited to come. I'm going to invite you on behalf of them. So sign up. The registration link, you need to sign up because it is a dinner, and it does cost some money to register. Unless you sponsor a table, well, that costs money as well, but then you could invite people to come. It would be wonderful if a lot of Redeeming Grace people were there to help support them. They're doing good work in Hill City, and it is a fundraising event, so if you're able to contribute, that's great, but it's also an opportunity to hear from students who are impacted by the ministry of Young Life and hear a little bit about what's going on down there, and would invite you to be a part of that. Let me know if you have any questions about that. The next thing is South Canyon Baptist has invited us. That's our mother church. I preached there Sunday. Their pastor, James Proctor, preached here Sunday. But they've invited us to be part of a women's event called Flourish together in early April. And so, ladies, if you're interested in being a part of it, it looks really good. The speaker looks really good. The topic looks really good. And it would be great for our ladies and the ladies of our mother church, South Canyon Baptist, to kind of mingle together, receive some encouragement and investment together. I'm pretty sure Bree is going to be a part of it. She knows a little bit more about it than I do. And so you can ask her some questions. You can also ask me, but register online for that. It'll be worth it. And we're grateful for our mother church inviting us to be a part of what the Lord's doing there. The last thing, second to last thing I want to talk about is that the mission team that came last year from Mississippi, from Meadowview Church, that served us so well, helped us do a VBS, our very first one ever, helped us do some outreach events here in the neighborhood. They're coming back. They loved it. They loved us. They loved what the Lord was doing here. They loved walking around Star Village and inviting people to a VBS. They loved going down to the reservation. They loved doing a block party. Their hearts just were really knit together with ours. And so they are bringing another team, May 27th to June 3rd. And we're going to do a lot of the same things. We're going to do some outreach stuff in Star Village and here in Robbinsdale, maybe a little bit shorter, just due to the scheduling, a little bit shorter sort of VBS style thing. And then we're also maybe looking at maybe doing an outreach event in Hermosa. I've been thinking about Hermosa for a long time. There isn't a clear gospel-centered church there. And so I've just been wondering, and this mission team provides an opportunity for us to just go down there and just see what happens. Just do an outreach event and see what that does. Maybe it leads to a small group starting. Maybe it leads to maybe the beginnings of a church plant one day. I don't know. I've just felt led of the Lord to for Hermosa and feel like this is an opportunity to do something. So if you have interest in being part of the planning of these events or participating, mark those days off, May 27th to June 3rd. And then obviously with all of my responsibilities and class stuff, I would love to have someone come alongside and help kind of own the planning of this. So if you feel called or drawn to that in any way, let me know. I'd love to share some of the fun with you. The very last thing here is I just want to talk about our finances. We really have cut our budget down to the bare minimum. It really costs about $15,000 a month to run the very basics. That's my compensation is probably a little over 40% of that. The building costs a little over 40, maybe 45% of that. And then, we're running every other ministry. If we ever need to buy Bibles, if we ever need to buy stock supplies, coffee, outreach events, those kinds of things, we're doing that very much on like 15%, 10% of our budget. So we're very, very trim, and we're still coming up a little bit short. So just be praying that the Lord would provide. If you feel led to give a little bit more, I promise we'll put the money to good use. This church is a very productive church, especially for its size. We're good bang for the buck, and so I just encourage you to keep praying. Thank you. It is improving, but we are working through, burning through our reserves, and we can only sustain that a few more months before more drastic cuts, like moving out of this building or me finding other full-time work. We really would rather not do that, especially as our church continues to grow and the needs are increasing. We need more resources, not less. And so just pray to the Lord of the harvest that he would send more resources so that we could send out more laborers. And thank you for the ways that you've been giving already. I know you're doing a great job, and we're noticing a difference there. And the Lord has been kind to us through your generosity. So, but be praying about that, because we still have some room to go and to grow. And that's just to reach the bare minimum. If we want to continue to invest in positive, forward-looking ministry, then we need even more than what we are bringing in. So I just lay that in front of you as a matter of prayer, and thank you for what you're doing, and just pray that the Lord would increase our capacity to do more ministry together. All right, I love you. Hopefully I'll see you tonight or something going on this week. And look at all the events, check them out, and I will see you Sunday, if not sooner. Bye.